Good morning friends. Welcome back to Panika Tutorials. In this video, I want to discuss two interesting concepts such as call by value and call by reference. So I request everyone to watch the complete video for better understanding. First let me discuss call by value, then I will discuss call by reference. If you look at the call by value, in this parameter passing method, the values of actual parameters are copied in the formal parameters. We have two types of parameters. One is actual parameters and formal parameters. The parameters which we are using in the function calling, we will call it as actual parameters. The parameters which we are using in the function definition, we will call them as formal parameters. Now, in the actual parameters, if you are passing the values, and the formal parameters are receiving the values, then we will call them as call by value concept. Okay, but remember one point, the actual parameters and the formal parameters will be stored in different memory locations. Why I am saying this one is that the function calling is there in some other function, so the variables which you have declared will be local variables for that function. Similarly, in the function definition, whatever the variables you are declaring, they will be the local variables. So that's why you are redeclaring them. So when you are declaring a variables, they will be in different memory locations. So that's why whatever the changes you are doing in the formal parameters will not be affected on the actual parameters. However, this problem is overcome in the call by reference concept. Don't worry, I will discuss with an example so that you will understand in a better way. Now let's take that I have a main function. In main function, I have int a is equal to 3, b is equal to 4. Okay, I have called a function called f1 by passing the variables as a and b. Okay, now let's take that I am printing the a value and b value here. Okay, printf %d a and b, get ch I am closing. This is the small pseudocode I have written for the main function. Let me define the function f1. Now I am defining the function f1 by writing int x comma int y. Okay, now here I am writing x is equal to x plus 5, y is equal to y plus 3. Then I am printing the x value and y value. Look at what will happen. Okay, now you know that the program execution starts from the main function. Int a is equal to 3, b is equal to 4 you have written. So you have created two variables or declared two variables a and b and assigned values as 3 and 4 respectively. Let's take that they are in the address location 100 and 200. Okay, now you are calling the function called f1. This is a function calling, and the parameters which we are passing in the function calling statement, we will call them as actual parameters. So here a and b are the actual parameters, x and y are the formal parameters. That's why you can see actual parameters and formal parameters. Now when you are calling the function f1, you are passing the a, meaning is that value of a, value of b. So you are calling function f1 with parameters as 3 and 4 respectively. Now once the function calling is happened, the control will go to the function definition. Now f1 is function name matching int x comma int y. The number of parameters you are passing and the number of parameters they want to receive also same. Okay, now you have declared the variables called x and y, which are local variables for this function. So they have declared a variables x and y. Let's take that they are in the address of 1000 and 2000. Okay, now the statement int x comma int y, meaning is that the 3 value will be assigned to the variable x. This is nothing but int x is equal to a comma int y is equal to b. Okay, now what is the value is there in the variable a3, that will be passed to the variable x, and 4 here will be coming. Okay, now look at here, what is the statement we have written? x is equal to x plus 5. So x value is 3, 3 plus 5 is 8. That 8 you are assigning to the variable x. So 3 will be modified and will become 8. Now y is equal to y plus 3. 4 plus 3, which is 7, that you are assigning to the variable called y. Now look at here, you are printing the x and y value. Print of percentage d, x and y value. What are the values of x? Is 8. What is the value of y? 7. So here the function will print the values as 8 and 7. Now once the statements which are there in the function call is completed, then control will go to the main function. Now look at what is the statement. Print of percentage d a comma b. So it is trying to print the a value and b value. So you will get the output as 3 and 4. So now if you look at what are the changes we have done, those changes are happened only on the formal parameters. They are not affected on the actual parameters. That is what I want to say here. Okay. Now let me discuss what is the call by reference concept. In this method, the function copies the reference. Reference means address of an argument into formal parameters. Here we are passing the values. That's why it is called as call by value. Whereas in the call by reference, we will pass the address of the variable. Okay, so that's why it is called as call by reference. Address is nothing but the reference. So that's why it is called as call by reference concept. Now let me discuss how to modify this program to make it as call by reference. Then what are the changes will happen? You look at it. Okay. Instead of call by value, I am passing the addresses here. So I am writing ampersand a comma ampersand b. Okay, that is what the address of a variable. Ampersand a is the address of a variable a. Now once you have passing the addresses, you need to declare a pointer to store the address of this variable. So I will write int star p star q. I can write star x star y also, not a problem. Okay. Now look at this statement. This is address of a, which is integer. So here it is an integer pointer. What is the statement we have discussed in the previous classes? A pointer can store the address of a variable. However, an integer pointer can store the address of an integer variable. A float pointer can store the address of a float variable. Am I right or wrong? So that's why when we are passing the address of an integer variable, here we are receiving with the help of an integer pointer. So look at here. We have a p and q here. Okay. Now a and b is there. Now you are passing the address of a. Address of a is nothing but 100 and address of b, which is 200. Is it clear? Then the control will go to the function definition. Okay. Now this is what star p and star q. So this is nothing but int star p is equal to ampersand a comma int star q is equal to ampersand b. Is it clear? Because when you are passing the address, they have to receive by the pointers. Okay. So what is the address you are passing? A's address is 100, that will be stored in the pointer p, and b's address is 200, will be pointed by the q. So they are pointing, p is pointing to the a and q is pointing to the b. Is it clear? Let me erase this one to avoid the confusion. Here what I am writing is that star p is equal to star p plus 5, star q is equal to star q plus 3. Okay, and here print of percentage d star p comma star q. Okay, here I am printing the a value and b value. Look at what will happen. Let me erase this one. Now look at star p is equal to star p plus 5. Let me write this statement here so that I will explain in a better way. Now the star is what? Dereference operator. So first you need to perform the RHS, then whatever the value is there, you need to assigned to the LHS side. So star P. What is P? Is consists of 100, which is an address, plus 5. Are you following with me or not? Now actually this 100 is an address, so it will go to the 100th address location, okay? And as it is a dereference operator, in the 100th address what value is there, that will come here, so which is 3. Now 3 plus 5, which is equal to 8, that you are storing where? Star P. Star P is nothing but star of 100, which is nothing but here. So here you are changing the value as 8. Is it clear? Similarly, star Q is equal to star Q plus 3. Q is having the address as 200, star is nothing but here, which is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. So that you are replacing here. So now look at here. Print of %d star P comma star Q. So P is having the address is 100. So you will go to the 100th address location. What value is there? 8. And similarly, Q is having the address is 200. In 200's address location, what value is there? 7. That you are displaying here. Now similarly, if you look at print of %d A comma B. Now what is the A value? 8. What is the B value? 7. Is it clear? Are you able to follow with me or not? Now if you look at the statements here, when we have written the same program with the help of call by value concept, the values which are there in the actual parameters have been not changed, means they are not changed, but however the formal parameters we have updated. But when it comes to the call by reference, what are the modifications we have done inside the function? They are reflected in the actual parameters. So this is the concept behind call by value and call by reference. If you still have any doubts related to this concept, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts as early as possible. Thank you for watching the complete video. Have a nice day.